All right, we got that towboat rolling down the course with the boat parade, the men's finalist in these world championships. Can't believe I'm saying this, but I'm super happy I am. The first skier on the water is going to be from Australia, the legend Brett Sands. Previous 2004 world champion, took a bunch of years off, and he's back, and he made the final. Team USA, Jackson Gerard. From Australia, Keenan Derry. From Great Britain, David Small. And rounding it out, the slalom legend, the many time world champion slalom, is Keith St. Ange from the USA. Yeah, Sands make the final. The women's slalom scores are now posted. The women's slalom scores are now posted in final. Hey? Well, he skied 04 and he won it, but he'd been off for like, I don't know, maybe skied 2000 Worlds or 98 Worlds. Then he went away for 6 years, came back and won it. He's gone for 14 years. He's in the final. Wow, this is going to be a great men's slalom final. We've got previous world champion. I think Brett Sands won the world titles back in the 80s and 90s. He came back in 04, won it again, and now in 2018 he's back. He made the finals, last man in. Don't hold anything out on Brett. He can easily push it in the when he needs to, and I can guarantee he's going to be pushing it today. He's got nothing to lose. So from Australia, in the towboat, in the finals, Brett Sands. Yeah. In the USA, Jackson Gerard. From Australia, Keenan Derry. From Great Britain, David Small. And rounding it out, the favorite, Keith St. Ange. You don't like this Canadian air? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, that boat parade boat will idle back to the dock. We'll get it pulled out of the water, and in about 5 minutes, we'll start these slalom finals with Brett Sands leading the pack. Yeah, it is. It's nice. So that's totally custom. Like Scott says when he was building, he was like, "Ooh, yeah, I hope they're happy because they custom the colors, right? They set them, put it in the water, man. It looks nice. Yeah. 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 Yep. That is going to Australia. A guy named Mark Parsons. Yeah, and Sam Bell, the one leg, the thin leg. Those guys are doing the tour with that boat from here to LA, and then they're putting it on a boat and heading in. Yeah. Like, sit down, say a few words for us. All right. We got a few minutes before we go in this men's slalom final. Right now, I got Mike Hold up here. Mike came up from Santa Fe, Santa Fe, New Mexico. Mike Holt, many time world championships competitor. Mike's been involved in barefoot skiing for I don't know how long, but it's probably Noah was maybe driving the boat. Maybe Mike.
Actually, my very first tournament, the driver was Foot. footman. And it's a funny story. I got into barefooting, and then 1 week later, I heard there was a ski school, Mike Seipel. So I trained with him, and then I heard a week later that there's a national championship. So I looked at Mike Seipel. I said, "I'm winning the national championship." He goes, "Okay." 7 months later, I hit my first tournament in Melbourne, Florida, and Foot was the driver. And I announced, "I'm winning this tournament in the novice division." So I read the rule book. I look at the scores. They had like so much score to be in the novice division. And I found there was a rule that if you straddle the wake, you get 5 points. Well, the maximum score at that time was 225. And everybody got 220. But I got 225. And I just stopped for the last 5 seconds of the pass. And then Brian Fox comes up to me. I'm not Brian Fox, Curtis Fox, Brian Fox's dad. He looked at me with the rule book in his hand. He says, "That'll never happen again." And I beat Brian Fox in my first tournament.
That's your claim to fame there. That's good. No, hey, many years in the sport. You've given of the sport back so much. I mean, it was good to you, but you've given back 100-fold what you got out of the sport. I know you've helped us, the World Council, the World of Barefooting immensely, and we thank you graciously from the entire barefoot community for all you've done for us.
Well, this has been an amazing sport. Hey, Fred. Fred Groen's right here, and Fred's coming to my house in Santa Fe. Fred. Okay. Yeah, so I'm going to see Fred in a couple weeks, right? And Brenda. Yeah, so we're gonna have a great time there.
So Mike, you've been to World Championships in Germany.
It was USA, Germany, where else?
New Zealand.
New Zealand. Yeah, this has been a Cinderella story for me in barefoot water skiing, and you don't have to tell you another story once they get going here.
No.
My first championship was in 2006 in Seattle, or rather Washington, Doug Jordan's site, and I was just so scared. I didn't know what the heck was going on. I was just freaking out. And Ebert comes up to me, senior, and he just came up to me, and he talked to me, and he just said hi. And at the end of that World Championship, I went home. I told my daughter, I said, I've never felt the experience that I felt at the World Championship, because I've always been very good at what I do. But when I get to the World Championship, I realize, okay, you're not really that good at all. You're not really working that hard. You're not eating that well. You're not pushing that hard. You really are not. When you compete with these people out here, you're not at all. And I told her, I said, for the first time, I felt I belonged. You know what she said? She said, "Dad, you found your tribe."
I love it.
And this is my tribe. When I get here, I don't feel anything other than total, complete family.
Yeah.
It's amazing feeling to be here, and you see people, and you know that they would do anything to help you. And your competitors are right there training with you. They're not pulling back from anything. And you're really not that good. When you get around with this world class, you're really not that good. You can work a little harder. And because of that, at the age of 62, I qualified at the World Championships to ski in the Open and in the Open Pro in the United States. I was one of 7 skiers in the Open Pro at 62 in the United States. And I was never an open skier. I mean, I was just a guy started at 33 years old. But I really didn't get good until I got in my late 50s and 60s.
Oh, well, I'll tell you what.
All right, cheers, guys. So as the boat gets ready for its second pass coming down here, we got Brett Sands on the dock. Those of you watching, Sandsy's the only guy to take a gold medal from Quay St. Ange since 2002. Sandsy, what's going through your mind right now?
I think there's no pressure. I don't think I've got anything to lose and plenty to gain. So I had a pretty good slalom prelims and stuff, and I had a couple of good passes, but they weren't in the same round. So if I can kind of combine them and hopefully close somewhere over 19, you know what I mean? I'm a realist. I'm going to have a crack, but I know there's a couple of big guys coming behind me. But it's a privilege to be here, mate, to ski against Keith again. And Kenny Derry and I ski together a lot. I'm in the final with his son. It's like awesome. Dave Small, Jackson as ace.
Yep. No, that's awesome, mate. So you've already clinched the gold medal in wakes in the senior division. So now you've got nothing to lose. You're going to go out there and just rip it with the young fellas here.
Yeah, we'll just rip it, mate, and have a bit of fun. And hopefully we can get a bit of a story going early and let the other boys do what they do.
Awesome, mate. Best of luck out there. Brett Sands, everybody.
All right, Brett Sands, Team Australia. That towboat round and round to the dock there. We're all excited for you, Brett. This is an awesome moment. I think Foot there is putting that big long rope on the pylon for you, just to give you that extra edge.
18.8 for Brett Sands in the semifinals. And what's interesting about this group, 3 of the 5 competitors have 19.8s in the preliminary or semifinal round. Actually, it was a 3-way tie in the semifinal round. 19.8 for Keenan Derry, 19.8 for Dave Spall, 19.8 for Jackson Gerard. This is going to be a really tight race to the podium here for this group of men.
It is, and I think you're going to see Brett Sands. He's got nothing to lose. He's going to bring out his youth right now. He's going to get back to his roots, and we're going to see him push his score up to possibly a more recent PB.
Want to take a little time and recognize our junior boys wake slalom champions here. We had Jackson Gerard with the bronze medal. Congratulations. TJ Russo of Australia with the silver medal, junior boys. And your junior boys world champion in the wake slalom was Bryce Storman, USA.
Okay. Rope's getting tight. There's the go-ahead go from Brett Sands. We are going to see him push it to the limit, I believe, Gus, in this finals. He's got nothing to lose. He's got to get up there in the 19s to be competitive to get on the podium. There's Sands outside the wake, going across for 1. Nice and high. Here's number 2. There's 3. He's going fast there. There's 4, 5. He's got some good speed. Here's number 6. Here's number 7. He's got a good pace going. Cross for 8. Little bobble. Number 9's quickly across. Think he got the 9th in. I'm not sure, but I think he might have got number 9.
He seemed pretty excited. I saw the fist pump there at the end. If you remember back from yesterday's final, he won the senior men's gold medal in the wake slalom event. So he's already been on the podium in this event at this Worlds at the gold level position, and he 18.2 is what he had. He had an 18.6, as I mentioned, in the semifinals. So, or 18.6 in the seniors. That's going to put him right around.
So we got an 8.2 out of the boat there for Brett Sands on his first run. I got Jason Lee standing on the dock watching me here. Jason took the silver against Sandsy in the senior event. Jason, knowing how Brett can slalom with an 8.2 on the board, what do you think he's going to do coming backwards here?
Well, backwards he's definitely stronger, as most of the skiers are. So I expect to see 10 backwards, or maybe even a little more from Brett here.
Yeah, Sandsy's an absolute animal backwards. I'm reckon he's going to be pushing this for a 10.5 and 11 pace coming back here. He knows he's got nothing to lose. And next on the dock here, we got Jackson Gerard. Jackson, what's going through your mind right now? 8.2 on the board. What's it going to come to coming back?
I don't know. I mean, looking at this, he might be coming up to 10.5, 11.
So we're thinking a high 18, 19 score. It's going to be a solid score. If you can come back, what are you looking to do today?
I want to hit 20.
He wants to hit 20, folks. That's very simple, clean and cut.
Yeah, it is for Jackson. He had 19.8 times 2. Did it once in the preliminary round, once in the semifinal. So 0.2 away from that 20 twice here. I'm going to give it to you, Jackson. I think you can do it.
There we go. Other end of the course. Get ready for the go call. Brett Sands. He's going to be coming in frontwards, do the positional turn to the back. And you're going to see him push it. He can do 11 backs. I've seen him do the 11 back crosses. There he is outside the wake. There's the turn to the back. And there's the start. Number 1. Number 2. There's 3. 4. There's 5. He's going quick. Here's number 6. He's smoking. There's number 7. Cross for 8. Cross for 9. He's got 10. He's got 10, 10-2 at least there, Gus. I think that's a 10-2.
Wow.
Yeah, I would say for sure at least a 10-2. I got him at about 18-4 total.
Yeah, great run for Brett Sands. 2 stand-up passes, really fast on the backside. Looked like about a 10-2 backwards. We'll wait and hear.
Next up, we got Jason Gerard. He's got a 19.8 on the board from the prelim round. He wants to hit 20 today. Sandsy just put up a solid score, 18 plus, which means he's going to have to be skiing clean and fast. Not an easy combo. And as we get Sandsy back here to the dock, we'll have a quick chat with him. Give your
Yeah, we definitely think 20 would put you on the podium.
How we doing, boat crew? I'm going to have mediums up to 47.
Medium's up to 47. This kid weighs about 60 kilos, maybe 110 pounds. That's bad math, but...
A little less than we thought there. Coming in at 17.9. Might have got a touch on that backside. 17.9 is now the number to hit.
So, Sandsy, score out of the boat there, 17.9. How do you feel?
Oh, yeah, mate. I've been struggling with the forwards during this comp. I'm a little bit better than that, but, yeah, I'm not disappointed, mate. It was awesome to make the final, and I knew I needed a 19 plus to get it going. I obviously got cut on one backwards, but I was stoked to be there. It's been a blast, and who knows what's going to happen, but I can't see the best 4 slalomers in the world any of them going under 17.9, mate.
Hey, no, well done, mate. Big score to put up. It's still a score to beat. They got to ski clean. They got to ski smart out there. Round of applause, folks. Brett Sands, senior men's world slalom champion.
All right. Back to the water. We have Jackson Gerard, posted 19.8s a couple times in this tournament. We're going to see him. He called out that he's going to shoot for a 20 here. So he's going to put the heat on the coach, Keith St. Ange. There's the go call for Jackson Gerard. He's going to be chasing 10 fronts right now. Did 9.8 front there in the earlier rounds of this tournament. Getting down low. And there's one straight into it. There's number 2. He's got a good quick speed here. Number 4, he's got 6 in. There's 7, 8, 9. Can he make it across for 10? It looked like he might have made 10 front crossings right there.
Wow, yeah, that was big. Big run there for Jackson Gerard. And what really gets exciting when I look at the open men overall results, he's right now in the bronze position, but he's only 11 points behind Keith St. Ange out of 3,000. 11 points. So this would be a place where he could make up some of that ground.
Yeah, he's probably hit that number, like 10, 20 even. Give him another 0.2 of a cross in the slalom event, and that may be the 11 points he needs. So Jackson Gerard at the other end, waiting for the provisional score. Got a cut from the boat, cut on one cross, unfortunately. It's a 9.5, first pass going down. So that was a 10 fronts with a touchdown.
Yeah, that's flying forward. We haven't seen many 10 pluses in the forward pass. 8, and 8 plus is a really good run, and people are backing those up with 10s backwards when they've been hitting the 18 or over 18 scores. So to go at a 10 pace forward, that's flying.
So Keenan Derry, 9.5 on the ball for Jackson there. He's going to have to put a big score coming on backwards. And you're a Derry. I mean, slaloming is in your guys' blood. You put up a score of, what, 19.8 in the semifinals there?
Yeah, mate. Yep, that's right.
So what's the goal today? You're going to be breaking 20?
Yeah, mate. I'm just going to go out there and do my best and see what happens.
What's your old man's personal best in slalom?
Ooh, it'd be I reckon it'd be 21, mate.
21. All right, so we've got a little whiles to go to beat our old man. But today could be the day. You're in, you just skied the trick finals. You're in the slalom finals. You're in the jump finals. It's a really big, busy day for you. How do you, just balance everything in your headspace and kind of ski through all the rounds?
Mate, just have fun. I mean, that's what it's all about at the end of the day anyway, isn't it?
That's exactly right, mate. Keenan Derry, folks, skiing for Australia, big points, all events for Team Australia. Helped them out big time with a gold medal.
All
like
right,
I
in the
said,
back
slalom
deep,
skiing is in
Jackson
his blood.
Gerard coming into the course backwards. He's got a 9.5 on the way down. He's capable of 10 plus on the way back. So he's still capable of pushing that number 20 he talked about on the backside, coming in the course. There's number 1. He's across. He's nice and clean. There's 3. Here's number 4. Nice and fast. Oh,
Wow.
fell outside the wake on number 4. Similar thing we saw in that junior final, Gus.
Yeah, he was pushing it. You could tell he wanted to go 10 plus bad, and you know, with that aggression comes risk, and unfortunately we saw him go down in the middle of his run. He was probably only 4 crosses in, and it was over, man. He went out the back door he went from left to right, and it was the right. He was down in the curl on the right side when he caught a heel, and he just back somersaulted out of that.
Yeah, Tobo turning around.
That's the thing. When you know you're packaged next to 3 guys that put up 19.8 in the previous rounds, you're not going to get to the podium unless you really kick it into gear, and that's what Jackson was trying to do there.
Said they're pulling the boat rope back into the boat here. That may be a sign of possible. No sign of that. We're going to the next skier, Keenan Derry. Unfortunate run for Jackson Gerard. Wait for a score, but it looked like it might be around the 14 mark. Four fronts, 9.5 back, 13.5, 14 or so. He was smoking that run, Gus. He was on a pace for 11.
Yeah, he came out of that fire, and it wasn't one of those, you know, as we saw a couple other skiers heating it up as they came down. He had the burners lit right out of the gate, and it got ahead of him there in after number 4.
Well, he's back on the start dock there with Ben Groen now.
Jackson Gerard, so big score going down. You hit the 10 pace, just one cut there, bud, so you knew you had to give it everything coming back there. What was going in your mind before you rolled over for the back deep?
Just give it everything I have.
There you go. Just give it everything you had, just pushing it as far as you could. Obviously, you went down about 3 crossings there, so you're probably out of medal contention. But you are walking away with a gold medal in men's tricks. So, I mean, it's not really a bad day for you, is it?
No, I'm pretty stoked about that.
Yeah, I think you'll be okay with that. So, round of applause anyway, folks. Jackson Gerard, Open Men's Trick World Champion. He can't have him at all, the little greedy little bugger.
All right, third skier off the dock now here is Keenan Derry. Brett Sands with a 17.9. Jackson Gerard with an uncharacteristic early fall. So Brett Sand holding on to the pole position right now. Not that he would wish it on him or think that he'd be in the pole position, but 17.9 now the number to hit. We have Keenan Derry in the water. He's capable of going into that 20 range. And I think he's going to be, you know, he said he's going to be out there having fun, and his fun is going to be right around 20.
Yeah, interesting to note here, we had a provisional score of 17.9 for Brett Sands, but that got bumped up. He got a credit for 18.3 coming out of the judges' trailer, so 18.3 for Brett Sands.
Well, Brett Sands is in the game, 18.3 for Brett Sands. It's Keenan Derry outside the wake on the front side. There we go for 1. There's number 2. Cross for 3. Nice and steady. Number 4. He's speeding it up. There's 5. There's 6. Cross for number 7. There's number 8. He's going for it. Cross for 9. Where are we in time? He's got a 9.2. He's got a 9.2, I think, in time there, Gus.
9 point there, 2
Yeah,
for
that
there
was
for
definitely a
Keenan.
nine-
So,
9-0,
Samsey, the score of the
9-2
board
right
sounds like you got an 18.3, not a 17.9. So that's probably an 18.8 pace, just with one knock in there. How do you feel about that? It's pretty good.
It feels good, Ben. Like 18.3s, it's okay. I still think if these 3 guys stand up their passes, they're going to beat 18.3 pretty easy. And I don't wish it on any of those guys to go down. Hopefully they all stand up. Obviously, I'm rooting for Keenan, my Aussie teammate here, to win a gold medal, you know, and take it home. But it's kind of nice in the position that I'm in. But yeah, hopefully all these guys stand up and they have a good fair fight, and you know, away they go.
Yeah, good on you, mate. Hey, so 18.3, folks, for Brett Sands. It's not an easy score to beat. That 1 cut, 2 cuts, that's going to come down quick. So he's looking strong. We're going to find out what Keenan can do on the second run here, and then we'll be in middle contention. Get on you, Sansi.
Thanks, Ben. Great, mate.
And then next up, we got Mr. David Smallsy. 19-8 in the semi-finals. Have you knocked off that 20 this tournament yet?
Have I knocked it off? No.
So this is it right now. You're going to bang out that 20.
I'll give it my best, mate.
That a boy. Dave Small, 19-8 on the board. We got three guys. We got Keenan Derry, Jackson Gerard, and Dave Small, all slaloming 19-8 before the finals here. Jackson went down a little early. Keenan's looking to stick that 19-8, put it up to 20, and Dave Small is definitely not going to shy away from the 20 challenge.
That's a 9.2 on the way down for Keenan Derry. 9.2.
That sets up Keenan pretty good for a podium pass here, needing with that 9.2. If he comes in at 9 and some change, he's going to be there. But he's a solid. He can put up 10 backwards, so he's going to push it, try to get back over 19, and hopefully 20 is what he's targeting.
So here's Keenan on the backside. Provisional turn to the back. Here we go. There's one. There's number 2. Here's 3. There's 4. I'm counting about a 5 here. Going across for 6. This is a big pace. There's number 7, 8, 9, 10. 10-6, 10-6 or so on the backside.
Yeah,
he was going for it. It looked like he had 11 pace. He's got about a 10.6.
Yeah, I thought he was almost on top of the crest with the trailing foot there, well past the center line for me is what I saw. So almost an 11 there for Keenan. That's going to push him. Could very well push him. Going to be well over 19 with that and closer to 20.
He's possibly up there at about a 19.8, I would say, if he got to 10.6. So waiting here for the boat. Weren't exactly sure when the time would go, but they look pretty clean. The Keenan Derry turned it on there. Got to be happy with that. That's right up there near his personal best, if not on it. We got David Small from Great Britain. We got a 19.3. Must have been a touchdown there for Keenan Derry, but 19.3, our new leader here in these finals. And we did see the scores go up for Brett Sands once they got inside the scorer's booth, Gus. So 19.3 looks like a touch. Could possibly go up to a 19.8.
Hey, Keenan Derry, 19.3 in the slalom finals there, mate. How do you feel about that score?
Yeah, mate, it's not what I was going for, but over 19, I'm happy, buddy.
Yeah, 19.3, so that's a 19.8 pace. Obviously just one knock there, but to put up 19 is definitely no shy feat. You've got 2 guys left, so you're guaranteed to be on the podium. It's just where you're sitting right now. Well done, mate.
Thanks, Ben.
All right, getting in the water now is David Small from Great Britain. Your current world record holder in the trick event at 13,350 points. He's on task for the world overall title at this event. Not played out yet, but good opportunity at that. So David Small, forward side. He had a 19.8, I believe, going into this. So he's capable of hitting that, maybe even a 20. There he is, across for 1. Nice and clean, nice and clean. There's 3 already. Number 4, he's smoking today. There's 5. This looks like a big pace. There's 6, 7. Number 8, 9. He's across for about a 9.8, I think, Gus.
Yeah, that's about right. I think he maybe just didn't get that trailing foot outside on that last cross, but darn near a 10. That's a really nice. That's actually about the best front pass we've seen yet. We had that 9.5 provisional that Jackson had put up. Keenan had a 9.2 in his first pass, and
he's capable of going over 10 on the backside, so he could get above 20 here.
Yeah, he's had a good, solid, consistent performance here in the wake slalom. He had a 19.6 in the preliminary round. 19.8 in the semifinals. So he's, consistently been there, well over 19, just under 20. And looks like he's positioned himself to do that again here in the finals.
So Keith St. Ange on the dock here. Keith is the godfather of barefoot slalom. So for those of you that don't know, Keith has won 7 gold medals in the slalom event at the world titles. That's more world golds in one single event than any other athlete in history. So Keith, you're going for number 8 obviously today. You're 5 years past being a senior, mate. What the hell are you doing here on the open dock?
Glad to be here, man. Slalom's always just come natural to me, so it's just fun to get out there. It's fun to be in the finals. It's fun to be in the finals for all events, being at 40 years old. That was my big goal this year, and I just barely made it. So that was cool. But, slalom is, it's a good time. It's fun. You push hard. You see what you can get, and these guys have put some good scores on the board. So I'm just going to go out there and keep it clean. I'm not going to probably push too much on the envelope. I don't want to take a chance of falling. I have done that before at the Worlds, and that's not fun. So just clean, smooth, not quite pushing it to the edge of that envelope, but just enough to hopefully put me where I want to be.
Awesome, mate. Well done. So we're wishing you all the best here. Smallsy put up a big score. He's rolling over, getting ready to go for a second pass here. So eyes on the TVs, eyes on the water, folks. David Small, Rich, back to you.
There he is, a 9.8 confirmed on the first pass from the boat. David Small coming in the course. Here's the turn to the back. Going for the 10 plus on this pass to put the heat on, and there's first crossing. There's 2. He's looking clean. There's number 4. Cross for 5. He's got 6. Smoking it here. 7. A little bobble coming across for 8. There's 9. He made the 10. He might have made the turn. He's got a 10 with a turn. I couldn't see quite on the screen if there touches or not, but if he made that turn, then he's going to have a 20.
Yeah, that was smoking there. He was going after it, really pushed himself hard. Did a great job staying low and keeping it tight from curl to curl. Did a phenomenal job picking that foot up and showing it, getting it through, getting it down quick at an angle, and getting going in the other direction as quickly as he could. A solid run there for David Small of Great Britain.
Wow. We have a new leader with 20.0 in the slalom out of the boat. 20.0, David Small, Great Britain. That is a big number. That's a big number. I know Keith can go out there and stroke out the 20s, but that's not a day in the park.
Yeah, well, Keith has been consistent with that number here at the World Championships.
45 and a half. I'm going to do a position turn to the back, so backwards first.
That's what it takes to be a slalom world champion, folks. Fast, 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 45 and a half. That's what I've been doing wrong.
Can I say something?
For the spectators that don't know what's going on, you get 2 15-second passes, a forwards pass, and a backwards pass. A 20-point score is considered world class, and there's only a handful of people that have ever done it. And those people have only done it a handful of times. The man on the dock right now, Keith St. Ange, has done it more than 50 times. The king of wake slalom you're about to witness.
That's right, Jason, and he's done it here already twice. 20.2 in the preliminary round, 20.9 in the semifinal round. So this is definitely going to be something to see here, folks. Feast your eyes on the water. Keith St. Ange, USA, top seed, final skier of this event.
There we go, that boat idling out, but yeah, big score from Dave Small, 20.0. That's going to be, we know Keith can do the 20s, above 20 all the time. It's got to be clean here today to retain that and get his 8th world slalom title. Exciting finish to this slalom event, Gus. We're gonna probably witness Keith come down the course at possibly even 11 back crosses. I know he's capable even of more than 11, but let's wait and see here. There's the go call. He's going to get up. He's going to do a turn to the back. Most of the other guys have been coming backwards on the way home, but Keith, he's the pro here. He's going to be doing the turn to the back and racking in his back slalom on his first pass. There's the turn to the back. Waiting for the boat to get up to all of that 45 he called. There it goes for the first cross. There's number 2. He's got 3. They're nice and clean. There's 4, 5, 6. There's 7, all clean. There's number 8, beautiful slalom. Number 9, 10. He's got a 10-6 possibly on that pass.
Yeah, that was unbelievable. Good solid 10 plus there for Keith. And worthy of mentioning, Keith is the world record holder. That he set that mark. It's 20.6 he set back in 2006 at the Katang North Barefoot Waterski Championships. Yesterday in the semifinals, he broke that world record. Has a pending world record of 20.9 that he set yesterday.
So Dave Small, I asked you before you took off what you're going to do. You said you're going to do 20. You slapped it square on the nose, 20.0. You got to be happy with that, mate, in the finals.
Yeah, I'm pretty stoked, mate. I've only slalomed 20 twice before here, I think, so it feels pretty good.
Yeah, that's awesome. So that's going to cushion that overall a little bit for you. It's going to bring it straight down to the jump. How are you feeling going into the jump event today?
Nah, mate, I love jump. Best one for spectators, and I've studied my jump this week. I was jumping pretty crappy, so fingers crossed I can send it.
Yeah, what do you think your chances of taking the gold medal from Keith here in slalom?
Slim, but you never know, right?
You never know. That's right. That's all right. What are his chances of taking the gold medal from you in jump?
I'd say about the same.
Well, that's an even balance then. For those of you that are curious, Dave's actually won 6 gold medals in jump. Keith's won 7 in slalom. I'm allowed to say these things because I've won none in anything.
That's a 10.2 for Keith St. Ange on the way down. He's going to need a 9.8 to tie David Small at 20. He's going to need a clean 10 to get that and defend his world title. So we're looking at Keith St. Ange on the front side, coming back for 10 to retain and defend that world title.
Yeah, let's put some context around that. We just saw David Small go out and ski a 9.8 forward to get his 20, and David also had a 10.2, so it's really tight here. Keith is going to have to go out and push past where David set that mark, 9.2. That was the best forward pass out of this entire group. Keith has got to push that in order to get the gold.
So here's Keith coming up on the front side. Let's all count it out. Needs to get a 9.8 to tie, a 10 to win. Front side, extremely fast. He's done 10, 10, 2 fronts. So here he goes. The cross for number 1. There's 2. Here's 3. Cross for 3. There's number 4. Here's 5. There's 6. He's got it 7. 8. He's still up. There's cross for 9. This is the gold medal cross 10. I think he got a 10-2 on the way back.
It might be a tie.
I think he just did it. Ooh. Yeah, 9-8 to tie,
Yeah.
10 to win. I think he got a 10-2.
Yeah, that should do it. 10 would put him at 20.2.
Good job, Keith St. Ange. Looks like you may have just defended that world title.
Yeah, I think we had a 10 or a 10 in transition, if that's what the judges saw.
Yeah,
Keith St. Ange taking home the gold.
Peter Franks. Okay, we're going to go to video, unfortunately, on that run. We got to go to video on that run. It's, up here in the booth, we thought it would be a 10-2 or so, but before they announce it, I think we want to go to video just to confirm. There may have been a questionable cross. So this is it. This is right down to the wire, Gus. This means this is within like a 0.1 or 0.2.
Yeah, we're talking a transition here. That's all there really was between two. That's the amazing part about this sport and this event is you see 2 guys go out and they ski 2 passes, 15 seconds long, 30 seconds, and it comes down to just a transition, I think, is what we're going to see for the medal, for the gold medal spot.
Well, we've recently received our ISO 9001 certification.